significant cuts lately, and raises the issue of knife safety and knife use in general. Most of you haven't spent your entire life with a French knife in your hand like I have, so I wanted it, even though it may be slightly rudimentary to some of you, I think everybody needs to learn how to use a knife properly, how to cut properly, and how to protect yourself to limit, if not eliminate, cutting yourself. So, two things before you actually get to the food. Number one is that when I'm using a cutting board, I always put something damp under it. Towels are wasteful, but a couple of paper towels that are just damp, it keeps the cutting board from sliding. And cutting board slipping around on a stainless table back there can be an issue. Second, though you might not think so, and it might make you a little bit afraid, the sharper the knife, the better. Dull knives don't cut well, and as a result, they cause difficulty with the product, and that leads to effort that is unnecessary and can cause you to cut yourself. So sharp knife. Emma's going to have all of our knives sharpened hopefully this week, and we'll try to keep a better rotation on that. But also, this is in the kitchen for a reason. It's a sharpening steel. So if you look at the edge of this knife under a microscope, it's not smooth. It's like a saw. There's teeth, little microscopic teeth, and those teeth get pushed out of alignment. So the purpose of a sharpening steel is to push those back in. And you don't have to do a lot of this, but a half a dozen or so strokes will sharpen the knife to some degree. Obviously, it's not going to correct a really dull knife, but it will help any knife be a little bit sharper. Okay, so number one rule in cutting something is protect your offhand, okay? Most of you are probably right-handed, so you're protecting the fingers of your left hand. And the only way to effectively do that is to get them out of the way. So when you're cutting something, and I see it every day, and 90% of you, you're all cutting like this. Okay, I guarantee you that the likelihood of cutting the tips of your fingers increases exponentially by doing this. The correct way to use a knife is to curl the fingers of your offhand all the way in and then slide the knife down the flat surface of your second joint, or whatever you want to call it. Okay? This is no, this is yes. Okay? It's almost impossible. I mean, obviously, you could still cut yourself. You could not be paying attention. Because I guess I should say that even before all this, paying attention, focusing on what you're doing. Not a lot of chit-chat. Keep your eyes on your food and on your knife, and then you can either use a rocking motion or you can use a drop-down motion. It doesn't matter. But either way, you must curl your fingertips back and cut, for those of you over there, cut down the surface of your middle joint. Okay? This is not a recommendation. I think Kurt and Emma are going to absolutely require that you practice this, get good at it, and use it all the time for your own benefit, for our benefit of workman's comp. And I don't know if anybody's going to get written up or anything like that. Obviously, we don't do that much, but
Tom's going to yell at you.
This is not an option. If anyone sees anyone else in the kitchen with flat out fingers, please stop and say, hey, use your left hand correctly. Okay? So always slide down. And the other thing is that, like a thing like cucumbers, which we don't cut thin like that, still the same thing. I don't get casual just because I'm cutting things that big, right? I still use my hand to guide like that. Okay? Now, when you're run into something that's particularly difficult, which I know the yams are, I was thinking about this. First of all, one of the things you want to do is you want to create a flat surface so the yam's not rolling all over the place on you. And it's always easier to work with smaller sections like this rather than the whole thing. So that's easier. So, and then obviously, you know, you're dicing. So. Like that, okay? The yam's always going to be probably the hardest one because they're literally hard, and so they don't, you know, they don't give way to the knife particularly easily. Now, an onion's slightly different. Of course, it obviously depends on this weird one. Obviously depends on how you're going to use it, but the technique of left hand with curled fingers never changes. If you're cutting it like this, like that, or if you're cutting like this for a julienne, either way, you're still protecting the fingers of your left hand. Okay? It's really that simple. It's all about this, a firm board, a sharp knife, and paying attention. Okay? Any comments, questions? Who's that guy?
He's gonna be our new dishwasher.
Hey, man.
Oh, and use the thing when you're using the mandolin, use the guard.
Oh, good call, Britt. Absolutely. When you're using that mandolin, use the guard. Okay? Because I promise you, you think you got it covered and you get down low on that, whatever it is, usually onions. Now, I'm not going to make a call on this. This is up to Emma. But frankly, given the kind of scary nature of the mandolin, I think, and it's going to give you a really nice consistent, you might at least think about cutting the onion straws like this. Now,
So by hand instead of
by
mandolin
hand
strings.
and real thin like this. And you know, by the time you get that mandolin out, you set it, you're freaked out, you're afraid you're going to cut yourself.
And then you have to clean it.
I mean, obviously I've been in the prep room a lot lately. Anytime I've made onion straws, I just make them like this. And that's, you know, that's perfectly fine once they're fried. Whether they were cut one way or the other, you can't completely notice. Okay? All right, please be safe.
All right.
That's all I
Thanks,
got.
guys.
Thank you.